duration of 76.7 kilometres, and they are now out in the country and roughly 20 kilometres from the first climb of the stage. And it's a tough one. It's the ascent, the first ascent outside the Tatton Park of Alderley Edge. It's second cat. Then we have the brickworks, which is cat 1, and then we finish off with another cat 1, which goes right up the cat and the fiddle. So it's an interesting situation. It was quickly observed that on the front of the peloton we had the team of Ethics Quickstep looking after the yellow jersey of Julien Vermont, and there is the confirmation of that first sprint. House taking it from Stannard and Briggs. So a good time to bring in Brian Smith, who will have all the tactical nous to deliver here. This is an ideal break for riders to maybe put their name on the list and get some big publicity without affecting the overall. Confirmation of sprint number 2, Briggs from Cronshaw from House. Glorious countryside, we're on our way towards line number 1 and sprint number 3.
The best place in the general classification is in fact the Sky Rider Ian Stannard at 13 minutes and 13 seconds. So as you say, Hugh, no real threat in the overall, but the time gap it was shown at about 40 odd seconds. I can tell you it's near 6 minutes, the time gap when they came through the finishing line where we're positioned at this moment in time. But this is a perfect scenario for the sprinters teams. I think that's why only 4 riders went down the road, and it was a kind of carbon copy of the first stage where everybody thought, right, it's going to be a sprint today, we can't let any more than 4 or 5 riders go down the roads. And this is a same situation where we've got on this stage today, or stage 3, Congleton to Tatton Park here in Knutsford, 179 kilometres, 122 riders set off today, and these 4 riders decided to go down the road. And we do think it's going to be a sprint stage, but anything can happen. And interestingly, Ian Stannard is in this breakaway. I don't think Sky had the perfect day yesterday. In the end, Ben Swift and Nicholas Rocks maybe never had the legs that Steve Cummings and Julien Vermont did. But this race is by not over, and you've got a couple of riders at the with over a minute's advantage. And that's why Ethics are riding at the front. They don't really have to bring this break back. They've got Lucchese for the sprint, but I don't think he's quite as fast as the likes of Cavendish, Gripo especially, Caleb Ewan, Viviani. So I think by putting Ian Stannard in the breakaway, Sky are looking for an easier day today. To save their power, let Ian Stannard go down the roads, use a bit of energy, which means that Team Sky can sit in the wheels and possibly try and bring a stage win, which will be a big bonus for Team Sky here in Tatton Park at the end.
So just tidying that one up as well, Brian, we have the 4 riders here with a healthy advantage of 6 minutes and 22 seconds. The peloton being towed along by Tony Martin, a really good overview there of the tactical situation. And of course Martin pulling on the front of the peloton to look after the overall leader's jersey. Long way to go. We've still got the 3 climbs as well, but it could be a day for these 4 to stay ahead and cover themselves with glory at the end of the stage. We'll see. 6:23 the advantage, big crowds out, lovely warm weather, enjoying the action in this, the 13th edition of the Tour of Britain.